do this direct capture, but unfortunately the Zenith is the only functioning turntable I have right now. But this is the weirdest record I own. 7-inch, 33 1/3 RPM. No, don't shut off. Fine, I'll play it myself.
Hey, what is this? Where am I?
Fred Bartley, you're in hell.
Wait a minute, this is a mistake. I don't belong here.
I love that. See, no matter how many times I hear that, I still think it's funny. Fred, do you remember about 5 years ago you were driving through a national forest?
So?
Yeah, and you flicked a cigarette out of the car window.
Wait, I'm in hell for littering?
Oh, no, Freddie, much bigger than that. A forest fire.
Come on, I wasn't even thinking when I did that.
I know, that's what I love the most about it. It was so darn thoughtless and so destructive.
So a few trees burned. I mean, that's no reason.
Don't ever underestimate your ability, Fred. You wiped out 9,000 beautiful acres.
But it's not like I killed somebody.
Didn't you, Fred?
Oh, no.
Yeah, some people live in the forest, you know. So you really do belong here, Fred. Just think of it like we're fighting fire with fire.
A public service of the Ad Council, the USDA, Forest Service, and your state forester.
Why does this exist? Because if this was meant to be aired on the radio, this isn't on an NAB card or something. No, this is on a 33 1/3 7-inch record. Am I in a lock groove? Let me see. Yep, I'm in a lock groove.
Remember the last time you burnt your finger? Remember what that felt like? Now imagine that it was your whole hand that burned. Now your whole arm. Now your whole body. Tough to imagine, isn't it? But nowhere near as tough as the reality. The reality is that more people are moving close to the forest. And when you start a forest fire, you could hit them right where they live. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
A public service of the Ad Council, the USDA, Forest Service, and your state forester.
Another lock groove?
If you want to find me, you gotta take the interstate out of town for a couple of miles and head west on the river road to the old TK farm. It's all burned out now, so is everything around it. See, I'm the only one left out here. Guess I survived because I was the oldest and toughest and sort of hiding in a hollow by the bend in the river at the time. None of my friends made it. Some of them I knew for 60, 70 years. Most of them are younger, of course. Kids, really. Strong, strapping, healthy kids, too. But none of them stood a chance when those two fools went off and left their campfire burning. The wind come by and everything went up for miles around. Of course, the birds and the squirrels and they all got away. We couldn't. Our roots are here. Now I'm the only tree left.
A public service of the Ad Council, the USDA, Forest Service, and your state forester.
Take $7 out of your wallet and burn it. You do it every year anyway, because it's your money that goes up in smoke when a forest is damaged. Your money that's spent to protect our resources and fight forest and range fires caused by people. Over $1 billion tax dollars a year. We don't want to burn your money, but only you can stop us. Because only you can prevent forest fires.
A public service of the Ad Council, the USDA, Forest Service, and your state forester.
You gonna pick up the tone arm, Zenith? Fine, I'll do it. Motor sure is noisy today. Sometimes it makes noise like that, other times it doesn't. So, side B. Or this might actually be side, I don't know. So there, regardless, it's funny. PSA's on the vinyl. And this is actually a vinyl record. It's not styrene. No. On.
Hi, I'm Barbara Mandrell. And like I said in my song, I was country when country wasn't cool. And country's a lot of things to me. It's the sense of freedom that you get looking at a sunset through a stand of tall pine trees. It's walking along the banks of a cool stream or standing barefoot in a still pond at daybreak listening to birds chirp the day away. And it's a sense of pride I get when looking at the power and beauty of nature. You know, I'm lucky to be a part of it, and that's why I don't take our national forests and parks for granted. Because proud pine trees and sleepy streams and songbirds can disappear as quickly as throwing a match out a car window, as fast as walking away from an unattended campfire, as suddenly as throwing a cigarette into the grass. So if you were country before being country was cool, stop to think about what it takes to save it. Respect and common sense. Don't take our national forests and parks for granted. So please remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
A public service of the Ad Council, the USDA, Forest Service, and your state forester.
If there's not one from Smokey the Bear on here, I am staging a protest. Switch off the air conditioner. I do wonder if this is meant for the public or if this was intended to be transferred to broadcast cart by like a station, seeing as, you know, there's all block grooves. Who knows, this might have been intended for WJGF, the old campus radio station, then WVSB, now WVXS.
Hey Mike, wait up.
What's going on, Vinny?
Man, did you miss a hot time this weekend?
Yeah?
Yeah, me and Ernie and Callahan went all the way up to Crescent Ridge on Friday night. Ernie brought these cherry bombs, you know?
Yeah?
And we kept blowing them up and pretending they were teachers. And Callahan even blew up his old man. Anyway, we were getting pretty wasted, so we torched about 30 of them at the same time. And like the whole place just fired up. It was wild, man. It was just such a rush. It's like we made it happen, you know? And it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and like the whole sky was all lit up. Anyway, there was no one around to nail us, man. You should have been there or something.
You know where my sister was on Friday night, Vinny?
How should I know?
Well, she was camping with some friends on the other side of Crescent Ridge.
Wait a minute, man.
And you know where she is now, Vinny?
Hey, Mike.
She's in the hospital, man.
Forest fires aren't fun. They kill trees, they kill animals, and they kill people. A public service of the Ad Council, the USDA, Forest Service, and your state forester.
Hay algo en la gente que no entiendo. Las guerras, el crimen, los incendios en los bosques y todas esas cosas en perjuicio de los demás. Lo que no entiendo es por qué la gente tiene niños, si le van a arruinar su futuro. Lo que quiero decir es, ¿qué habrá para mí cuando yo crezca?
Un servicio público del Servicio Forestal, el Departamento de Agricultura, los Guardias Forestales del Estado y el Consejo de la Publicidad.
way through there. Once I can get someone I can digitize with, then I will transfer this.